Hello, beautiful. Listen, if you left an abusive relationship and you are feeling pulled to go back, this message is for you. Okay, so this message is going to be 5 signs that you are being redirected. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I wrote down some notes to kind of get you to see where, the divine, the universe, God, whoever you believe in, is stepping in to redirect you, to pull you away from harm. Okay? All right, so number one, doors keep closing no matter how hard you push. All right, and what it looks like: plans falling apart, situations not aligning, repeated blocks or delays. All right, when something is not in alignment with your safety, growth, or evolution, it cannot move forward. Closed doors are not punishment, they are redirection. All right, especially when a path will lead you back into harm, control, or self betrayal. The universe will not allow it to flow. All right, and number two, your body and spirit feel uneasy, even when things look okay. This looks like anxiety without a clear reason, tightness in the chest or stomach, a constant sense of unease. Your inner intelligence communicates through sensations before thought. When peace is absent, that is guidance. All right? Do you hear that? I'm going to repeat that because I experience this a lot. When peace is absent, that is guidance. So when you are feeling those uneasy feelings, when you're thinking about going a certain direction, that is God trying to wake you up to let you know. That's your body, that's your intuition letting you know, like, that is not the right move. That is not the right direction. So discomfort is often the clearest signal that something is out of alignment. And number three, your old identity is falling away. This looks like feeling lost or disconnected, not recognizing who you used to be, old survival patterns no longer working. You're not losing yourself when you're going through this. You are shedding the version of you that had to survive. When an old identity dissolves, space is being made for a truer, freer self to emerge. And number four, you're being guided into independence you never had before. This looks like learning how to stand alone, making decisions without permission, and feeling overwhelmed yet stronger. Dependence kept you vulnerable. Independence builds discernment, confidence, and sovereignty. This phase is uncomfortable because power is returning to you. Okay, so if you find yourself, just because a lot of the times we stay in relationships because we are afraid to do things on our own, especially, if we've been in a long-term relationship, even though it was abusive and even though it kept you small and, you were just going through the worst. But we stay in those relationships because, having to do everything on our own is scary, especially if you always depended on this guy, So, but I'm telling you, when you step out of your comfort zone and you allow yourself to grow, doing those things that make you scared, it only builds you up and make you stronger. And then next thing you know, you're going to be walking around like, oh my gosh, I actually did that. I did that. And every step that you take, everything that you accomplish, every step forward, it builds that confidence up even more, right? All right, so number five, the thought of going back creates fear, not peace. This looks like missing familiarity, not safety, wanting relief, not alignment, feeling anxious at the idea of returning. So, true guidance never leads you back into what costs you your peace, your voice, or your sense of self. If returning requires you to shrink, silence yourself, or abandon your truth, that path is not aligned. So, a lot of the times when you leave an abusive relationship, because I went through this. When you leave an abusive relationship, you have those moments where you're wondering, was it really that bad, or should I go back? And that is just a part of you that's trying to run to quote unquote safety, what's familiar. But it's a sense of fear. That's what it is. But you have to talk yourself through those feelings. When those thoughts start to come in, you have to remind yourself immediately why you left. Okay, he did this to me, he said this to me, he treated me this way. And that will keep you in that mindset of, okay, I'm making the right move. Also speaking affirmations over yourself. Okay, it's gonna be uncomfortable, doing something different, doing something new. But I'm telling you, it's gonna lead you to an amazing place that you've never been before. So you got to keep moving forward, and you got to understand, leaving this toxic relationship was the best decision you could have ever done. And if you're still in a toxic relationship, an abusive relationship, a narcissistic relationship, you have the power to walk away. You have the strength, and there are a plethora of resources out there to help you. My next video actually is going to be about, probably my next two videos. I'm not sure, but I'm going to post a video where I'm going to explain, how you can look for the help that you need to get out of this toxic relationship. Okay? So to end this message, understand that divine redirection doesn't always feel gentle. Sometimes it feels like loss, confusion, or standing alone, but nothing is being taken from you. You are being guided away from what would have diminished you and toward a life where your wholeness is protected. Okay? So speak this affirmation. I trust the redirection. I trust myself. I love you, beautiful, and understand that when you step out and start to choose you, love you, accept you, respect you, trust you, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. You're going to be led to a life that's going to amaze you. So going back is never an option. Moving forward is what we're doing. I love you. Have the most amazing day. And remember to keep that crown straight, my love.